Hello everybody, welcome back to Bree's Toys. My name is Stephanie Bree, and this is going to be a list video. I don't do too many of these on this channel, but I wanted to do this one. I've already done my top 25 toys of all time list, so some of these are going to be familiar to you. But this is my top 25 toys that aren't action figures. So I basically just took the action figures off and replaced them with the toys that aren't, that I think are pretty dope. I am a child of the 80s, so a lot of these are going to be 80s toys. Some of them are going to be 90s toys. And a handful of them are going to have you scratching your head saying, okay, girl, are those really toys or what? So I'm going to start with number 25, Tonka toys. Specifically, Tonka trucks. Tonka's pretty fucking cool. Tonka trucks are your first toy as a kid, pretty much. One of my first toys was a Tonka truck, and I think they're pretty fucking cool. Number 24 is model trains. Now, I have to be very specific here. I am going to get into the weeds, and I'm going to piss people off. I do take sides. I'm HO scale all the way. Everything else can fuck off. HO scale model trains are pretty fucking cool. I was obsessed with HO scale model trains when I was a kid. Even as an adult, I collected trains and trees and buildings and, you know, landscapes and, you know, things of that, you know, the layouts and stuff. I love model trains. Model trains are pretty fucking cool. Number 23 is video games, and I just lump them all together. As a toy, video games are pretty fucking cool. I love video games. Number 22, I wanted to swap these in places because they're pretty much the same thing, but I put board games at number 22. And the reason I put board games at number 22 is because for me, board games have a more collectible nature to them than video games do for me. Video games are also collectible, but that's another story for another day. That's a whole video for another day. Number 21 is Play-Doh. I love Play-Doh. When I was in school, I took every art class they would let me take, and I loved clay modeling. I loved making ceramic things, you know, coffee mugs and, you know, head sculptures and creatures and whatnot. I love ceramics. I love Play-Doh. It's pretty fun. Number 20 is Micro Machines. Micro Machines are a miniature toy car for the most part, but they're also, you know, Power Rangers and Star Wars and Star Trek and other sci-fi properties and other movie properties that are done as Micro Machines, so they're pretty neat and they're pretty cool. Number 19 is Care Bears. I've already done 2 videos on this channel on how much I love Care Bears. I've showed off my Care Bears collection. I love Care Bears. They're pretty cool. Number 18 is Glowworms. I hesitated to put Glowworms on this list because I had one when I was a kid. It was a comfort toy. I thought it was pretty cool. But not the kind of toy I'm going to collect as an adult or have as a collector, but I still think they're pretty cool toys. Number 17 is Tamagotchi. I do want some Tamagotchi as an adult, and I had them as a kid. I love and Gigapets as well, but I'm lumping them all together under the brand Tamagotchi. You know, it is what it is. Tamagotchis are pretty neat, and I actually miss having Tamagotchis, so I would like to get one or two. Number 16 is Simon. Simon is a fun but frustrating toy. Fun because, you know, it's colorful and it's bright and it makes sounds and it's pretty cool to play with. Frustrating because I can't get past like the 3rd pattern. Number 15 is Hula Hoop. Hula Hoop is a fun toy. When you're a kid, you just love fucking hula hoops. Hula hoops are just the dopest shit. They are. They're just pretty fucking fun. Number 14 is pretty lame by larger accounts, but it's still a cool toy. Just Jump Rope. Jump Rope is a pretty cool toy. Nightmare on Elm Street is my favorite movie of all time. I talk about this on my horror channel, Horror Trans. The Jump Rope Girls are a staple of the Nightmare. The Jump Rope song, 1-2 Freddy's Coming For You, is a staple of the franchise. So jump ropes are pretty... I used to jump rope when I was a kid. I did jump rope for Heart. When we got to do jump rope in PE class was the only time, or one of the few times, I should say, I did participate because I like jump rope. Jump rope is fun. Number 13 is Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo is a pretty neat, pretty generic, pretty basic toy, but it's still a lot of fun. Who doesn't love a yo-yo? Number 12 is Slinky. Slinky's iconic. Everybody knows Slinky. I'm not going to sing the damn song. Don't even ask me to. But Slinky is fucking cool. I had a metal Slinky when I was a kid, and I had the neon plastic Slinky when I was a kid too, because they brought it back in the 80s, because everything was neon in the 80s. Number 11 is Frisbee. Frisbee is cool because, one, you can throw it at your friends and they can catch it. You can throw it back and forth. It's like throwing a ball. It's pretty cool. You can play Frisbee golf, which is pretty cool. And if you have a tame, mellow, well-behaved dog, you can play Frisbee with your dog. It's a fun activity. Number 10 is Furby. Furby is just so adorable. It's so cute. I love Furby. Number 9 shouldn't be this high on the list for some people, but for me it is Tiger handhelds. I love Tiger handhelds. I want a big, massive collection of Tiger handhelds. I think they're dope. I think they're cool. I love them. Number 8, iconic Mr. Potato Head. Now, this also includes Mrs. Potato Head, but I love Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head is just fucking... I have a Mr. Potato Head, I have a Mrs. Potato Head, and I have a Mr. Potato Head Funko Pop. I like Mr. Potato Head. He's pretty cool. Number 7 is Legos. I hesitated to put Legos on the list because I don't know if I consider Legos toys. I consider them more of like a puzzle. Really. But they do come with little minifigures, and they do kind of assemble into playsets and vehicles and things. So, yeah, they're fun. Number 6 is Hot Wheels. I have over 200 Hot Wheels in my collection. I've already showed off a handful of them. I'll show off more as time goes on. I've got a lot of Hot Wheels. I will continue to buy Hot Wheels until the end of time. Number 5 is Nerf. Nerf is really cool. Nerf, you got Nerf guns, which are cool. I have some Nerf guns. But you also have Nerf balls and other Nerf athletic or role play toys, which I think are pretty cool. So Nerf is pretty fucking awesome. Number 4 is Lite-Brite. Now, I have a childhood story behind Lite-Brite that I'm going to tell in another video for another day. Needless to say, Lite-Brite is personally important to me and my development as a human and as a child when I was a kid. So Lite-Brite makes the list because it's fun, but also because it, played a big part of my childhood. Number 3, 3D viewfinder. These things are awesome. I miss these toys. This is a toy I wish I had. And I mean, I'm talking a retro 70s, 80s viewfinder, not a modern equivalent. Number 2, Etch-a-Sketch. Etch-a-Sketch is one of the greatest toys ever made. It's like a computer before computers. Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. And the number 1 greatest toy of all time, and I think this was on my other list as well, Rubik's Cube. This is another one, like Simon, that is hella fun, but hella frustrating as well. I cannot solve a Rubik's Cube. Even following the instructions, watching the YouTube videos, doing it step by step, I can't solve a Rubik's Cube. I can't do it. I can't do it. I will never solve a Rubik's Cube. I don't even try. I just like to play with it. It's just a fun toy to play with. And when you're a kid, it's a fun toy to throw at your sister. Not necessarily the ass whooping you get as a result of throwing it at your sister, but that's another story for another day.